Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect you guys may be saved. And hopefully through the grace we have by Shem Shai may be sealed. This is your brother Marco Warrior from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson, man. And I don't know if you've been update on this case of Nolan Wells, but I'm gonna just do a brief summary of what happened. And there's been some updates on his case. So basically, I'm gonna read some of the article. 2 weeks. I'm gonna start it on the 4th of July. Wells, an 18-year-old Mississippi college freshman, and a group of friends took a boat out to Horn Island, a barrier island a few miles off of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. About 300 young adults gathered on a section of the island for a last hurrah before returning to college or work. One of Wells' friends said Wells' parents were supposed to take him to Southwest Mississippi Community College for football camp the following Monday. Wells' friends, his phone, and his keys were returned that day, and he did not. Instead, after a missing person search that received national attention, his body was found on the island on the 6th of July. And if you've seen like the group that he was hanging with, like I wish I could have showed this full picture, but he's the only so-called Black Latino Native American man. He's the only minority so-called, but only black man that was on the boat at this time. And it was all whites, all Edomites. And you can already tell that there was some foul play, and, there was foul play involved. And it has something to do with race, man. And, the families are trying to cover up what these boys did to that man. But we all know what happened. I'm gonna bring out the precepts. I'm gonna go from there, bring out these precepts, and I'm gonna just say what's on my mind. I got a couple things I want to say about this, but this is Jeremiah 23, and I think it was 20. 13 and 23. Salakia 13 and 23, and it reads, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do evil. May ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil." I'm gonna restart this. Jeremiah 13 and 23. "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil." Man, these devils been the same since the garden, man. Since Cain, man, they've been wicked forever, man. And for people to think they have changed, this is just another. There's nothing new under the sun. This is just another case, man, of a young man getting, a young man that got did wrong by a group of white guys, man. They tried to say, from what I seen from some articles and what was said was, they searched the island, right? They patrolled the island and they found nobody. They searched it again, July 6th. They found the body, even though they searched that same spot. So that means that they put his body there, man, after the fact. The friends tried to say, oh, we left him there because he didn't want to leave the party. He didn't want to leave the island. He was talking to a girl. But why would he leave his phone? And then also, it makes no sense, because why would he leave? Why would he get off the boat and stay on the island where the only way he can access or get back home is on the boat? So he all left him there. That doesn't make sense. And then they just updated. They did another autopsy report because, like I said, these groups of white males that were, on the boat with him have families that are, one is a judge, one's mother is a judge, and the other one's probably in the the police department. Don't quote me on that, but I know for sure one of their parents is a judge. But they did another autopsy report. They said there was no foul play. But then they did a second autopsy report. They seen he was battered in the head. His throat was, they said his throat was missing, and they said that they might have, he suffered lots of, what was it, brain trauma, and he was pissed on, man. So they beat him to death, and they pissed on him, man. Because you can't say they first tried to say he drowned. How could he drown? Why would he swim? Why wouldn't he get on the boat? Like, makes no sense, man. And if you people believe these devils, you full of shit just like them, man. Because we know what happened, man. They was being wicked, and they was being evil towards Jake, man. They've been evil towards us. They hated us forever, man. And the thing, I'm not gonna bring that out yet. I'm going with I'm gonna get this Ezekiel 35:5 first, man, because this is what we need to remember, man. This is Ezekiel 35:5. Actually, I'm gonna start at 1, man. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against thee. And that's what we doing. And Mount Seir, that's what that's where they from, man. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and at the time their iniquity had an end, man. Because the thing is, our punishment is almost up. But they trying to get their last little hoorah, like it said in that article. The last little hoorah, what was that part of that? Them whipping Jake, man. Them fucking up Jake still, because they know they can't do that no more. They know they can't, they know the Lord is gonna take that away from them, man. They've been able to get away with it for years. Even this, they think they're gonna probably get away. They may or may not. The way, from what I've seen, man, I don't think they might, because these parents, are they want to know what happened to their kid, and that's all in their right. Because how is it you send your 18-year-old son out to go on a party on a boat with friends, and everybody else kid come back except yours? Yeah, okay. I was just wanted to correct. Yeah, Mount Seir, that's that's their land. That it was the land of Edom, man. That's why we supposed to prophesy against them. Who was Edom? Who was Edom? The so-called white man, man. They are the so-called white man, and they've hated us forever, man. They've hated us, and they try to say that we the problem. They try to say we the problem, and this is like. And if you think about it, what hatred do they have against us? What have we done to them, to where where this anger comes from? The way they did that kid was uncalled for. But obviously it was his lot, because the Lord, hey, that was what the Lord wanted. And he got judged for whatever he did in his past life or this life. But also, man, you ain't supposed to trust your enemy, man. I'm gonna go back to that first. I'm gonna bring that out. That's Sirach 12. And this was on his part, man. Hey, this was on his part, and it's sad that he paid the ultimate price, which is his life. This is Sirach 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, for like iron rusteth, so does his wickedness. And, I've been waiting to do a video on this, but because I wanted to hear what else come out. I wanted to hear updates on the case. But yeah, you're supposed to never trust your enemy. And the reason I said this, and the reason I want to bring this out, he had this Nolan Wells had two different groups of friends. He had his white friends and his black friends. And his black friends didn't want to fuck with the white friends because they knew how they get down. And one of the friends said they be on that stuff, that powder, man. And I don't know, if you've been around people around that, they get wild, and it's just how it is in the movies. These niggas get to just acting crazy, man. And so they truths, and then drinks was getting passed around. Muggs was doing that. He probably felt uncomfortable, and they were trying to probably peer pressure him. And he wasn't fucking with it, and they just was just like fuck it, man, and just got to going back to their old ways, man. But that's on him, cause and it's sad to say that because this is a young man. It seemed like he had a promising future, in this world, just for his life to get taken away so brutally for something for something as crazy as this. They beat this man and pissed on him, man. Like, what type of shit is that? And he's supposed to, and the thing is, he probably seen them before that day. He probably thought all them people was his friends on that boat. And they took his life, man. It said, for his iron rust of so does their wickedness, man. So the longer shit go by, the more wicked these mugs have come, and the more they hate you. People don't, I'll be wanting to get that through Jake head. Y'all, these niggas don't like y'all, man. They don't fucking like y'all, man. When you come into their spaces, when you come into they restaurants, they stores, shit, and then let alone if you get into their houses. A lot of these Edomites don't fucking like y'all, and y'all try to get included and integrate with these niggas and be around these niggas and want to befriend these niggas. They don't fuck with y'all. They want you. They want it to be the good old days when you was a slave, when you was in subjection under them. You gotta remember that these people don't like you, man. I'm never going nowhere, and I'm the only so-called dark skinned nut, the minorities, so to speak. Man, you think I'm finna show up? You on a boat and it's all white dudes. That don't look right at all, man. And then you the only black dude on the boat, and you the only one that don't come back. No, that is not. You can't tell me that wasn't no fucking foul play. And then y'all sit, and then y'all say he didn't leave with his phone, and he was in the water. And he said he drowned. How the fuck did he drown? Nigga knew how to swim. Nigga was on the fucking swim team. Dude was on the swim team, so how the hell he drowned? Why would he swim back to shore? Why would y'all say he didn't want to leave with y'all? He wanted to stay on the island. His phone wasn't with him. Phone, keys, wallet, nothing. These people is full of shit and they liars, man. I can't wait till the Lord destroy these niggas, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It took me a little bit to even want to do this video because this shit hurt, man. As much as, I don't know this brother. I don't know this person from a can of paint. But I know one thing. He was of the children of Israel, man. Even if he was a 2/3 nigga, it still hurt because why the fuck did that shit have to happen to him? Especially in 2026, man. This ain't never stopped. You thinking if this was going on now, we got phones, cameras, every device under the sun that can catch people. You can social media, so every information goes back and forth at an alarming rate. What was they doing when phones and they was able to get away with the he say she say stuff? From the government, from the police, to the judges. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak in the Ibani. I'm gonna speak in my terms because this is crazy, man. This is sad. It's fucking sad, man. This brother lost his life. Thinking, all because these mugs wanted to be evil towards him, man. This shit sad, bro. And if you a person that believe that those people didn't have something to do with him dying on that boat, you a fucking dummy, and I hope you die with him. Cause that's I hope they can bring them to justice. I ain't gonna lie. Even if they go to jail, it's not gonna do nothing. But I want them to know, man. They need to find out what happened to this man. They gonna get judged. Lord gonna judge them, but it hurt, man. Cause I wouldn't be able to bear as a parent, your child not coming back to a party. You thinking you just had your son is just having a good little weekend trip, and he don't come back. But y'all bring his wallet, keys, and phone. That's the only thing you can say. Saying he just wanted to stay on the island. And then a couple days later, he found dead. That's the best thing you can tell me? No. Man, I hope they find out what happened to them, man, because these people need to go, man. And this is the signs that we know who is the wicked, man. You can know the wicked by what the things they do. This is Job 9:24, man. You know, I can't say it verbatim, but I'm just gonna bring it out. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who covered the faces of the judges thereof? Who broke the noses off the things in the pyramids, the Sphinx in the pyramids? Who is ruling the world right now? Who is over there bombing shit? The kingdom come. Who genocide and slaughtered countless people, man? Who's doing that? There's no other race of people that have done that besides them. And they know it. They want to try to act like they all pure and high and mighty, but they the worst ones, man. They don't take no accountability. They fucking lie all the time, and they wicked. But somehow these labels that's supposed to be put on them, they throw it on Jake. When Jake not like that, man. Jake, we was not like that as a people, man. Even when I was growing up, yeah, you had gangbangers, you had all this shit. But growing up, my family was not like that. I didn't growing up being in neighborhoods, Jake wasn't like that for all the time. It wasn't wicked as they is now. But even still, they not inherently wicked like these niggas, man. You be seeing articles and shit of an Edomite man murdering 20, 30 people, all because he was sad, because he felt like it. At least with Jake, they killing mugs because they killed his brother, he killed his gang, he killed his cousin. They just going back and forth because that's that never-ending cycle of vengeance. It ain't even vengeance with these niggas. These Edomites just do it just to do it because they was like, it was fun. How is killing 40 people fun? How is carving people up fun? How is eating people fun? Who defines that shit fun, man? That is not fun. That is evil, man. You can't tell me that these niggas is not evil, man. You can't tell me that these people don't have a screw loose and there's something wrong with them. These people is devils, man. These people are devils, man. That's what they call, man. Because that's what they is. They is fucking evil. If you think that's okay, something is wrong with you. Cause Jake got Stockholm syndrome. Y'all forget everything that these devils done to y'all, man. Like did we not forget? They put us in slavery. Did we forget that? Y'all forgot they put you in slavery, redlined y'all, then threw crack in y'all neighborhoods. And now they blaming you and pointing the finger that you're the problem after they did all this bullshit to you. Like you people, nah, man. Y'all need help, man. That's why we need the Lord. Cause y'all believe in these devils more than y'all believe us. We trying to give you salvation, man. It's Jeremiah 55:33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast, and they refused to let them go, man. And that's what they doing. They refuse to let us go. So they want their last little hoorah. That's why they doing this shit out in the open now. That Revelations 12:12 is finna happen, man. The devil is finna come down and you having great wrath because but he have a short time. It's already happening because they did that because they thought they was gonna get away with it. And don't be surprised. It's been cases like that that's been popped up. A couple, I did one on Javion McGee that died 2023. They hung him from a tree in Charleston. Was it Charleston, North Carolina? Another kid that I think that was in Mississippi as well, who was found hung from a tree. Why would Jake be hanging from a fucking tree? Especially so far away from their families. When these kids had no signs of depression, no signs of wanting to kill themselves. Like You can't. Jake don't want to just. If Jake gonna kill themselves, they not gonna hang themselves from a fucking tree, man. I ain't gonna lie. That shit vexes my spirit, man. Just hearing this shit, man. You know, when Jake do shit, it's Jake. I know they wicked, you know, because the Lord, you know, the Lord didn't, you know, put that, you know, that cloak over them so they can't see their wickedness. But with them, they inherently evil, man. So when you know shit, you be thinking like, damn, how more evil can you get? But then they just do the shit and it's like, damn, you niggas are the true villain, man. You niggas are the true devils, man. You that is crazy. Like, and they said they refuse to let them go. They not gonna let us go without a fight, man. They definitely finna let us go. They've been you know they've been holding on to us for years. So they trying to keep that, but the Lord is gonna bring us back to our former glory, man. Cause this man, you know, this kid then died, and they thought they was gonna get away with it. And you know, Lord willing that they get brought to justice, cause this, you know, this was sad. And it's only gonna get worse because this is gonna start a race war, man. It's gonna be that Matthew 24 finna happen. They finna have no regard for their king or princes, and Jake finna be a terror because Jake getting tired of this. Jake is gonna get tired of them, you know, of these Edomites murdering us and getting away with it and getting just a slap on the wrist after what they did. Like that's not Jake. After a while, Jake not gonna want to just bend, you know, just, you know, turn the other cheek. They not finna just, you know, let shit happen and let shit slide. They finna start killing and start chopping folks' heads off, man. Mugs is gonna be just breaking into their neighbors' cribs and killing people, man. Because you know, a person can only take punishment. A person can only take harm done to them for so long before they break. And that's what's gonna happen. Somebody, you know, Jake is just gonna break and snap, and they just gonna start murdering them, man. And these is all things that have to happen, man. But you people gotta remember, man, these devils are since they know that their time is up, they are about to come down with the hammer. This was just one instance, man. I won't be surprised if Mo Jake start just vanishing suddenly, man. I'm gonna end it with this. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So this devil has only a little bit of time left. So they gonna try to live it up. And what's part of them living it up? Being wicked and murdering you niggas. Murdering Jake, you know, doing all types of rituals, all types of manners of wickedness, homosexual, pedophilia. They want to do all these things. This is how they run their kingdom. And shoot, hey, we know that this is almost over, man. But this is just another case of the Israelite, children of Israel, 2/3 nigga dying. It's just sad though that it had to happen like this, man. You know, I'm end it right there. Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honors into the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. Salutations to the whole elect, you guys may be saved. And hopefully through the grace of Yahweh, Bahashem Shai, you may be sealed. With that, I like to say, stay prayed up. We almost up out here. Shalom and a bob, a ball. Shalom.